There's my heel. Big old blister. It's already popped. I don't know, I think our day might be done with this blister like this. Can't walk no more. In my last video of a 2-day hunt, I saw a lot of grouse on this one particular hill, but none wanted to play. I figured the high wind made them very spooky. The scenes of their group flushes hundreds of yards away just kept playing in my mind. Well, today is Indigenous People Day, a holiday from work for me. What better way to spend it than to go back and finish the game I started with these indigenous birds. And this time, no wind.
We started a game we never got to finish. Play for blood, remember?
Do me a favor. If you like the content of my videos, please smash that like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. As I reach the crest of the hill, I can feel the surge of adrenaline pulsing through my veins, ready to give the biggest surprise to flocks and flocks of prairie grouse. Jet would have all this sent to himself to inhale and to transform him into the staunchest statue of a live pointing dog, past or present. The game would be played fast and furious, but I would only take one bird from each flock. My savagery does have its limits, but sadly, no one's home. I walked the whole south side and not a single sign of the birds, so I headed up to the very top. Nice calm day, clear day. Well, that's with you. That's what I expected. Good boy. Good boy, Sharpie. We got ourselves a Sharpie. We got ourselves a Sharpie. Well, there we go. He was right where I expected him to be. Where there's one, probably more. There were plenty of them yesterday. Or Saturday. So I expect them to be right here. So I'm not even doing ATV here. With me being somewhat new to hunting the national grasslands, I don't know if motorized vehicles like ATVs are permitted. These tracks were not here 3 days ago. Today, ATV tracks are all over this hill, which explains why all the birds are gone. Dude,
Well, that got the blood pumping.
There was barely any wind, so Jet was pointing any and all things with feathers.
Dude, that's not what we're looking for. Silly dog. Make me look bad. Okay.
And so, this continues to replay
point.
over and over again until I start doubting Jet's ability to determine whether it's a grouse or whether it's a meadowlark or a Tweety bird. The scent must be strong here based on Jet's body language. But again, because the previous scenes have replayed over and over again only to see Tweety birds fly, I didn't really trust him. But nonetheless, I continue to work with him.
Maybe something was here.
I let him work into the wind, whatever little wind there was, and let him figure it out if it's really birds or if it's just Tweeties. And just when it looks like he's given up, what do you know?
Whoa there. Dang it. Sorry, bud.
That was totally on me. I've lost confidence in Jet up to this point. Normally, I would pick up the pace to close the distance. One thing I've learned about these birds is that when there's a group, they will not wait around. However, there are usually stragglers. So I headed back to where we first picked up scent.
Well, our day was almost done. Like I say. Alright.
Sure enough, there was a straggler.
Another Sharpie. Good boy. Good boy. Another Sharpie. Bird number 2. One more to go. Uno más. Uno más.
I moved on to the next spot. As usual, I picked the highest point and hunt along the crest on one side one way and hunt the other side on the way back. I did not see any birds on this hill, although Jet made a serious point, but it was unproductive. It may have been just old scent.
Really? You made me run for nothing? was it, boy? What was it?
I worked that ridge for about an hour and just basically gave up. My feet was just painful, and I knew I was probably developing a big blister on my heel. So I headed back to the truck.
There's my heel. Big old blister. It's already popped. I don't know, I think our day might be done. With this blister like this. Can't walk no more.
3 hours into the hunt, my day is done. 2 birds in a bag. My right heel was painful after the first spot, but my stubbornness kept wanting that final bird. While it's only a flesh wound, I'm afraid I've let Lieutenant Dan down.
1, take good care of your feet.
Speaking of feet, you may have noticed that I'm only running Jet today. That's because Thanos is on injured reserve. He disappeared for a couple minutes when I was putting Jet in the kennel after we returned from our previous hunt. It was dark already, but when he came back into the kennel, I noticed he had lacerations on his right hind foot. I thought he may have ran into a wire, but upon closer inspections, he sustained very sharp claw marks that went deep into his foot. There were no commotions while he disappeared into the neighborhood. With all the rabbits around, a badger may have moved in and Thanos had an encounter. My vet says no serious damage. Needless to say, he's going to be missing in action for several weeks. I hope you enjoy the scenery too. Thank you for your support and for spending your time with Jet and I. Until next time, take care and God bless.